Hello and welcome to our podcast, The Good with Dr. Joe. It's 9 a.m. in California. It's 12 noon in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia, ATL. And it's 5 p.m. in London, England. And I think right now they're on a lockdown, but we have some things to be grateful for. And this is a special podcast. My birthday was yesterday, and I actually even forgot about it until people called me, and I said, "What?" So I said, "Okay," and my wife said, "Yes, it's your birthday." So I want to first thank all the people who sent text messages, people who sent emails, who sent WhatsApp messages, and even Facebook messages. I want to thank my church family. You guys were great. I really appreciate that. And see, I'm still getting stuff. This is some sweets, all kinds of stuff for birthday, and the cake that I got yesterday. I just got this morning. So for my special birthday celebration, I am going to be giving out the Obama book. Obama just wrote a new book. I'm giving that out. If you're alive and you want that book, go ahead and put your name. Just say yes. I want the book. So Austin, let's look out for those who want the book. If you want the Obama book, we're going to get you a free downloadable version for you. Only for those online. That is your special gift from me on my birthday for being online today. All right. So for those who are just joining our show for the first time, it's called The Good with Dr. Joe. Essentially what we try to do is to find the good in everything. Even in the election that is happening now, the coronavirus, there are a lot of good in it. It's hard to say. And it's sad that a lot of people are dying. That is hard. There's no way you can make that look good. But this situation, I think look at the whole situation, you are going to find something good in coronavirus. It's hard to say, but hey, that's it. So, but today we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving. We're going to be talking about the holiday, the shopping season, and how to do it safely in spite of the pandemic. Now, let's first tell our folks where you can find us. The Good with Dr. Joe. We're on podcast. No, we're a podcast. We're a podcast. Yes, we're a podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on Google. And we're also on YouTube. So you can go to our YouTube page. You can watch our past podcast episode. We talked about all kinds of different things. And one of our main focus, right, is on small business. We're trying to find out. I have a small business, and I appreciate any kind of help I can get to make my business stay alive, to make my business get bigger, more prosperous. So that's what we do. So as I get information, I also trying to get information for other small business owners. Information that will make you get access to funds, access to new clients, and things like that. So that's what the show is about. It's focused on small business. So we also look for information for the community, looking for information for families, and so on and so forth. So it's every Wednesday, 12 noon on Instagram. All right. So let's see what we're going to do. And please like us on YouTube. Share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. You cannot miss that. All right. So I'm loving my cake here. I'm hoping I could send some to people, but I don't think technology yet has come up with how to send cake through either Zoom or Instagram or WhatsApp. Someday, nobody knows. Someday that may happen. It may happen that someday, we'll be able to do that. All right. So if you have any comment, you want to have a question, you have a question or something, I want you to go ahead and call 678-708-4567. That's 678-708-4567. All right. So we're talking about Thanksgiving today. Now, I think before we go into some of the history, I want to tell you about my very first Thanksgiving in America. You know, of course you can tell from my slight accent. I'm a little bit from the north. Is it not now? Yeah, way north, not all the way to Africa. So, and I came in here the first time I came in. I didn't know anything about Thanksgiving. Okay, and I was a single guy at that time. I wasn't married, and I'm one of those single guys who we owe our life to places like McDonald's and Burger King, and of course we were also very good with cornflakes and frosted flakes. Yeah, frosted flakes. That was my favorite. So I was working. Everything was going well. Everything was fine until Thanksgiving, and everything was shut down. Now things are changing now. Now you have a lot of stores are actually open on Thanksgiving Day. Years before, I know for those who are younger millennials, before 1996, on Thanksgiving Day, there was no store that was open. I got my first shock when I was ready for breakfast. Drove around and the whole street was empty. The stores were all shut. And I said, what's going on? It was Thanksgiving. And the funny thing was that I didn't even stock up on anything. I would have probably had bought a few boxes of cornflakes, a few boxes of Rice Krispies or whatever, but I didn't do anything because I didn't know Thanksgiving was coming. So eventually, me and my roommate, who was also in the same shoes as myself, we came about the same time. So we said, we're going to find something to eat. A man's got to eat something. A brother's going to eat something. So we set out of our apartment then, living in an apartment in southwest part of Atlanta. And we were just driving around trying to figure out what to do. And then we stopped at a house. It was like a family reunion. I think that family, they were having reunion for Thanksgiving. And so we stopped to ask for directions. So as we stopped, they thought we were actually coming for the reunion. They said, come on now, park over here. Come on now, come on, here's food. That was how we got our problem. That was how our problem was solved. So we came in, we sat down, we ate turkey, we ate all kinds of stuff. And at the end of the day, they even got us some meal. They packed some meals for us to take home. So we had a lot to take home. So that was our first Thanksgiving story. But anyway, Thanksgiving though has not always been all about the food. Okay, we're able to pull up some information here on Thanksgiving and what Thanksgiving was about. And if you look at Thanksgiving, the very first Thanksgiving. So now, don't hold us to this. Okay, this is what we're able to find out. Okay, so there might be some other information beyond this one or before this one. It's about the saying here is that the first Thanksgiving was in 1621. 1621. That's a long time ago. And the whole idea of Thanksgiving was let me read it here. It said the first Thanksgiving is observed in Plymouth. Plymouth. That's the name of the town. It said that was in Massachusetts, and it was Governor William Bradford who planned the festival, and about 90 Native Americans attend. Native Americans, about 90 of them. They said they had the feasting for 3 days. Oh my God. Okay, it has changed then. It has changed a lot, Even though they had the feasting for 3 days, but the main purpose of Thanksgiving was actually to give thanks to God. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing, was to give thanks for a good harvest, was give thanks for a good year. I think what the harvest then, I think that's what you call GDP today. It's called GDP today. So they had a great GDP that year, a great harvest, great output from their farms, and they were giving God thanks for it. So if you're interested in the book, if you're still interested in the book, please go ahead, send yes for Obama book, and then you get it. All right. So I think that was the year Thanksgiving started. But if you look at what's going on now, Thanksgiving has evolved a whole lot. I am not sure how the parade and how the shopping came in, but I think we're actually missing the whole purpose of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. You give thanks. That's what it's about. You are giving thanks for something. For me, I have so much to be thankful for. In the midst of the pandemic, I've been so blessed that I haven't had any reason to cry. A lot of people, have cried over this situation, loss of family, loss of maybe children, parents, which is very sad. But for me and maybe for you there are so many things to think about, to be thankful for. Now, everything may not be great. I mean, everything may not be where you want it to be. Everything may not be rosy right now. So, but we still have a lot to be grateful for. So there's really a lot to be thankful for. If you look at the elections right now, I know the election is not probably turning out the way a lot of people are expecting it to be, but guess what? The process is working. As long as people allow the process to work, the process will give us the result that we are supposed to get. As long as we've already done our part, which is vote, that's what our part was supposed to be, we'll let the result bring out what is supposed to be. And one thing I think we can be grateful for is for the fact that there's no violence. A lot of people were very, very apprehensive. A lot of people were scared. There's no violence, and we continue to hope that there will be no violence throughout this process, as we move along. So the idea of Thanksgiving is to first give God thanks. Really, that's what it's about. Give God thanks for how He's helped us, for everything that's going on right now, for the fact that we are still surviving. And guess what? The vaccines are going to be out very, very soon. So that is a lot of hope right there. That is a lot to be thankful for. That's a lot to be grateful for, because our scientists have been able to at least target a date for the release of the vaccines. So if everything work out the way it's planned, so we're definitely going to have our vaccines, sometime soon. So now that we're talking about that, let's talk about how do you shop during this COVID-19 season. How do you keep safe? Now, one of the things I want to say is this, and for a lot of people who celebrate Christmas, I think sometimes we actually also take that to a very wrong extreme. Very wrong extremes. Buying presents. Life is not all about just buying presents and buying stuff whether you can afford it or not. No, it's about the goodwill. It's about fellowship. It's about meeting people and so on and so forth. So for Black Friday, for example, I'm not sure how many stores are going to be open, but there's a lot of safe ways to do the shopping. Online is here. A large percentage of shoppers are going to be doing their shopping online this year. Now, take my example. This is probably going to help you. This is how you get the best deals. You don't get deals until after Christmas. So how do you buy your Christmas gift after Christmas? I'm going to give you the special key of how to do it. And this is what I have done. All right. So when are you supposed to give out your Christmas gift? On or before Christmas. Right? Okay. But nothing stops you from also giving it after Christmas. Is there any law that says you have to give it? No. So I get all my boxes ready and then go shopping on Christmas Day. How about that? Because guess what? On Christmas Day, most gifts go anywhere from 10 to 50% off of items. So I go shopping on Christmas morning, well, after church, by the way. Get my gift, come home, put it in a box, and they're ready to go. Try that. You're going to like it. So see what you're going to do. You will not have to be rushing in with everybody else who are trying to get in before Christmas. You're not going to be going to this Black Friday shopping. You're staying on the line and all of that. You're not going to have to do that anyway. For COVID anyway, because of COVID anyway, I strongly recommend avoiding that. Avoiding going on the line, staying on the queues and fighting over those deals. You can get about the same thing online. What you want to do is that if you are intent on giving your gift before Christmas, so what you want to do is that you shop early. Go online and search for deals. There's a lot of deals online that you can get. Also depends on what you're looking for. You're looking for electronics or you're looking for household wares and so on and so forth. There are a lot of those deals online. All right, so now back to Thanksgiving. A lot of people, just like we heard that they got together for 3 days and they had a party for 3 days. That was a party. So CDC has suggested that, and most state governors have actually given directives for people not to assemble. They're asking people not to travel. And I think this is a very sensitive thing that we have to think about, because we have to look at the benefit of getting together and also the dangers of getting together. Right now, London is on lockdown. England is on lockdown because COVID is spreading again. It's spreading at a very, very alarming rate. And most of the reports across the US is showing that in a lot of states and a lot of cities, the rates are also going up. Now, you think of what's going to happen if you have more people getting together for Thanksgiving. You see, what's going to happen is that it's probably going to go out some more. So what we're going to really, really recommend is that I want you to think about it. I want you to weigh the benefit one way or the other. What happens, if you don't go, at least we can do it another time. All right, so time for questions. You have any questions? Have any contributions? You want to call in? You have anything coming in? Yeah.
Well, one of our viewers did tell us that she was here and she did want the book, so maybe we can pin her and get in contact and DM her.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get the address, get the information. So if you can also text your email, to 770-374-4793. So 770-374-4793, and then we're going to pin you down for the book.
Give out the number again that they have to call.
The number they have to call, if you want to call in live, is 678-708-4567. 678-708-4567. And also, in celebration of the Thanksgiving this year, my church is giving out free turkeys on Saturday morning, Saturday at 10 a.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. The address is 1640 East Park Place Boulevard. So it's 10 a.m. It's going to be drive-through. And they just pull into the drive-through, grab a turkey. That is our church just saying, hey, this is something to help people in the community, people who are probably dealing with the issues of losing their jobs in this pandemic. So at least we can help you with turkey and maybe a few stuffings, also. So it's Saturday, 10 a.m. at Jubilee Christian Church International. It's 1640 East Park Place Boulevard. Now there are a few other places that are giving turkeys. If you don't live in our neighborhood, check your neighborhood app. There are several places that are giving out free turkeys or giving out free items to help with the celebration of the Thanksgiving. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Senate runoff elections coming up on January 5th. Okay, so now you've probably seen in the news, you cannot be tired of the elections because this particular Senate race, there are two of them. They are very, very critical because this is going to determine who leads the U.S. Senate. Is it going to be the Democrats or is it going to be the Republicans? So these two Senate seats are going to determine that. On January 5th, the election for the runoff is going to take place. Is between Jon Ossoff, Democrat, and Sonny Perdue. And then we have Warnock and Loeffler. So it's January 5th. Now, the last date to register to vote is December the 5th. So the time is almost here. So December the 5th, that's the last date to register so you can vote for the January election. And if you don't want to vote live, you want to do a mail-in, the last date is December 12th. December 12th. That's the last date to get that done. So let's go ahead and do it. And let's send our people in and get the elections over with. All right, so that's about it for today. And that's all we got for you. We talked about the elections. We talked about the Thanksgiving. You want to stay safe so that you can celebrate another Thanksgiving. Also, please don't forget that we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on YouTube, and it's every Wednesday, 12 noon on Instagram. Thank you for joining and see you again. And for those who didn't subscribe yet, go ahead and subscribe. The free book to celebrate my birthday, I'm still giving out that book by Obama. And if you can, join me to enjoy this cake. Thank you so much. See you next week.